What happened? Why did things fall apart for you? Was it because of the early years that were so difficult, or the pressure of Hollywood, or what?
Well, I don't know. My whole life was so crazy. When I was a youngster, 3 years old, I started singing in my mother's saloons in our house, you know, and that was the Depression era. And my mother was an alcoholic, and just everything went wrong from the time I was born. My mother didn't sober up till I was 20 years old, which is a long, long time. But it wasn't her fault. But no one then understood that alcoholism is a sickness. Then they would spit at her and call her a bum, and it was very tough going in those years.
Well, you had the additional problem, too, of was it pills or...
Oh, that was the biggest problem. I was never really an alcoholic. Pill addiction was the big thing with me. Because to get on a stage and to keep the energy going that they expected from me, I couldn't do it anymore. Given to me the first pill. And wow, I went out on the stage and it was marvelous. Because that first pill really did help. Well, as anybody out there will tell, that's the beginning of the end. Because now one pill won't do it, two would be better. And then you're in for the big drama of pills. And then you can't sleep at night, so you have a sleeping pill. Now, when that didn't work, I figured, well, I'll take a little booze with it. So then it became pills, booze. You know, it just was so mixed up. And then, of course, it gets to the brain, you know, and then I went bananas and tried to kill myself.
But all that is in the past. The present is bright now. It's a celebration, a party for the cast of Annie, and a homecoming for Betty Hutton. Everyone was there, the people closest to her. 2 of her daughters and her grandchildren, and Father McGuire. Even Sandy came to the party. Director Martin Charnon is responsible for taking a chance and bringing Betty back. Did you have full confidence that she would be all right, or were you nervous?
I was apprehensive, which is legitimate, up until the time that I saw her on the stage of the Alvin Theater and she did an audition, because that was part of the deal. Come to New York, come and be on the stage and let us see if you are as interested in doing it as we are in having you do it. It's a two-way street. I mean, it really is. It really does work both ways. And she came there prepared. She knew Little Girls, which is a big solo number. She came full of energy and spirit and enough energy to power a nuclear submarine around the world in that one meeting. And there she was, ready to function.
These are my clothes.
She was also ready to function as a mother and grandmother. Only a few months before returning to Broadway, she had a reunion with her 3 daughters and met her grandchildren for the first time. 2 of her daughters, Lindsay and Carrie, were able to attend the opening. She lost you for a long time, didn't she? What happened?
She was ill, and we were scared. So she had a tough life. She grew up with no money, on bread lines. She had a real tough life. It was survival. It wasn't time to think of who you are, really.
But she had so much success. She had so much money and all that fame. Wasn't it good enough?
It's not a matter of good enough. It's, can you handle it? It's scary for anybody. And for somebody coming from where she came from, it was really more frightening, probably, than anything. How do you handle that? How do you handle people telling you you're wonderful and not knowing who you are? You're wonderful. I saw you on stage. You were wonderful. What are they telling her? They're telling her she was wonderful as an actress, as this and that. But nobody knew Betty. As a person. Nobody knew Betty. Nobody knew the person. She didn't know the person. She existed for the audience. Now she exists for her and the audience, but for her. And that's where she is.
Oh, wait a minute here. This is my granddaughter. Where's my other? Oh, here's my other one. Get over here. The 2 of them. Come this way. Oh, this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about.